Here they come towards the last. Just Got Home over on the outside of Uwe. They jump it and fine leap there from Just Got Home. And that's going to career away and win the Te Whangai Romani's Hawke's Bay Hurdle. Just Got Home and Emily Farr.
Strap yourself in that front seat and let's roll. Talking about good times. I'll be feeling it.
Our next guest on the Punters Lounge, live brought to you with the help of Valachi Downs, is Cambridge-based jumps jockey Emily Farr, who does a great job off the track and also on the track as rider. Good morning to you, Emily. How are things shaping up there at Hastings? Looks very foggy there.
Yeah, good, thank you. It's pretty chilly and the fog's pretty thick, but looking forward to a good day.
Nothing that you wouldn't have experienced before training early in the morning at Cambridge?
No, it's a little bit thicker actually as we arrive, but hopefully it will lift anyway.
Starting with race number 1, a busy day for you with the 5 rides on the programme. El Fernando is the favourite in the Hawke's Bay Hunt Maiden Hurdle for Sean Phelan, and you have Animator at $6.50, a horse that you've had a bit to do with in its preparation. What can you tell us about Animator?
Yeah, I've done most of his work on him actually. I took him up to Mrs. Brown's jump school, which happens every year in Cambridge, and I rode him for 2 days up there where he learned to jump properly over Mrs. Brown's facilities, and I've just kept the ride all the way through. So he's had 2 jumping trials, which he's ran a third, and he won last time. And we all know that he's got the ability on the flat when he puts his mind to it. So hoping jumping will switch him on again.
A very competitive race. Obviously, a lot of those jumping races, particularly the hurdle races, there are some really promising types. There are a couple of other runners in there that you'll be keeping a close eye on?
Yeah, well, you've got the obvious El Fernando. Abacus ran a really good race the other day for Mr. Wheeler. And obviously, you know that with Johns, they always jump very well. So there's a couple in there that... and Zartan has obviously done a fair bit of jumping now. So, yeah, there's a couple in there that have proven themselves a little bit. So, hopefully, as long as Animator does everything that he's learned at home, he should be all right.
The Bay Forward New Zealand Hawke's Bay Punter of the Year, October 5 Maiden Hurdle is the second on the programme. And this is how the market looks for it. Jochen Rindt is $3.60. Quaff at $4, then you've got Alibaba at $5.50. Speaking about your ride, Jochen Rindt, obviously very well performed on the flat, and last start was third at Awapuni on what's likely to be quite different track conditions compared to today.
Yeah, he's always jumped very well, and Terry Werner's had him performing quite well, and for him to go as well first start back this year over those fences, he jumped superbly, even with the pressure that I was trying to put on Galante, and he did finish very well. Probably fitness just had a good blow towards the end, but he has performed on a decent track too, so we'll just see how we get on.
At Rotorua, back in September of last year, it was a dead 5 when you ran 4th on him. Is that sort of that type of track condition what you might be expecting today at Hastings?
Yeah, I think so. And to be honest, I probably rode him a little bit soft at Rotorua, thinking that I'd done all the work on him, and I put him in a couple of bad spots, but he learned a lot from that run. So hopefully if I can just get out and run in, now he's got the confidence from that last start, and he jumped so well, I should be all right today.
So obviously the track at Hastings today is officially rated slow, but that Rotorua track was probably going to be closer to the Hastings one than maybe the last start at Awapuni. Okay, moving on and having a look at the market for the next race that Emily Farr has a ride in. Tamira is $5, $6 for no change, and Laykeeper there is at $9. It's the Te Whangai Romney's Hawke's Bay Hurdle, and Laykeeper, well, such a well-performed horse. What are you expecting second up?
Yeah, I'm actually very confident on him. I had a school on him on Wednesday. Greg and Simon race, they brought him down, and I gave him a good hit out around Cambridge. And again, he's just an incredible jumper. He makes sense in the air, and the only thing will be fitness. But he was spot on for the Waikato, but he had a little nick on the inside of his leg, which set us back. But he's been working well at the beach, and from the win at the trials the other day shows that his fitness is still there, and to hit that round Cambridge, I think he will be very competitive.
It's good to get that lead because we're watching him win the Sydenham hurdles at Riccarton last winter, and it was a really fighting performance. The track that day was in the slow range. It sort of didn't get to that really testing track level that we can often see during the winter carnival there. But obviously you're confident enough with the preparation and the fitness that he'll have courtesy of the trials?
Yeah, he's not really a heavy tracker. Like, he's got such a high cruising pace that on a heavy track it's kind of a little bit hard for him, whereas any kind of slow range with a little bit of moisture is literally right up his alley, and he always jumps so good off any kind of track that I actually am quite confident with him. And obviously he's proven that he's the class to be in the race anyway.
Speaking of the Wheeler stable earlier, and you have a ride for John Wheeler in race number 6, this is the market for the Justice Swagger Hawke's Bay Hunt Maiden Chase over 4,000. It's a Wonder's the 220 favourite. Look, opened at 2, it's drifted out. Z Ace is rock solid at Eddie Gilbert as well, rock solid at $4.60. Mr. Enthusiastic is $8. What can you tell us about the feel that this horse has given you in the most recent steeplechase races that you've been aboard?
Yeah, at Palmerston, at Arpuni, I just found that I can't really lead on him because he does look around and he gets a little bit overwhelmed. But when he actually sits behind, he travels a lot better and he jumped a lot better the first time I ever rode him at Ellerslie and ran home strong. So I think if we ride in midfield, he's probably going to run home a lot better than if I'm at Provenant, and with the pace on in it, hopefully, with Z Ace going forward and with the speed of It's a Wonder, I feel like there'll be a decent pace, so I could just kind of sit behind and hopefully just come round them later on.
The market says It's a Wonder is the horse to beat. Is that the way that you see it in that race?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, with Anne and Harvey Wilson, he's proven that he has the class to be actually a very good steeplechaser, and he jumps very well, and he's got a bit like Lake Keeper, he's got a high cruising pace, so I feel like he'll definitely be the one to beat.
The AHD Hawke's Bay Steeplechase of 2019 is the 7th, where Shamal is $2.70, Perry Mason $4.20, Zadetto is at $7. You've got Chocolate Fish there at $4.80, just an easing price in the market, Chocolate Fish from an opening line. Wise Men say $6. You've got Kip Kaino, who is priced up at $13 at the moment, and at Awapuni was third, but was obviously well beaten by Gargarin, who was excellent this day. What did you make of that run from Kip Kaino?
Yeah, I was actually very pleased with him. He just blew out. He needed the run at Wellington in the hurdle race, and he probably needed the run the other day as well. But Lucy has decided that obviously he has improved again from that race, and he always seems to put himself there, so it doesn't seem like there's a lot of pace in the race bar. I suppose Hamish McNeil said he might go forward on the Oysterman because there's not much pace. So if I can just sit behind them and be quite prominent, I feel I might be all right on him as well.
Obviously a very adept jumper, having won the Hawke's Bay Hurdles a couple of years ago. How have you found that he's taken to the bigger fences? Because in 2 starts, obviously he's won one and placed there, as we've just seen.
Yeah, he jumps very economically. He doesn't actually jump very big at all. He's very straight and easy to ride. He's actually one of the easiest steeplechasers I've ever ridden. He kind of does his own thing. But yeah, he is a very, very good jumper.
5 rides on the program for you, Emily, and some at very tasty prices. We've got Animator at 8, Yokenarin $3.60, Lakekeeper at 7, Mr. Enthusiastic 8, and Kip Kaino at $13. Who would you assess as probably your best chance on paper? Do you go straight to Yokenarin, or is there a horse outside of him?
Oh, it's pretty hard to put between all of them. They definitely all a place chance for sure. If Animator puts himself together, he should be very close. It's just mind's got to be right, and obviously Jock and Rint, they're both up and coming, very good hurdlers.
Excellent. Well, we wish you and all your colleagues safe passage today on an excellent day of jumping there at Hastings, and we hope that that fog continues to dissipate and lift from the track there. Emily Farr speaking about her 5 rides on Hawke's Bay Hurdles and Steeplechase Day.